So, boys and girls, in this video, we're going to be speaking about the mindset of creating content. And I know a lot of people, or most people, struggle at first to actually get into creating content, and it's because they care about what other people think and other things like that. And to be fair, at the start of my journey, I didn't really struggle with this. I just didn't care. My goals were too big. Where I wanted to get to was too big, and that's exactly why I started and am still going. So you've got to think of it like that as well. But anyway, let's get into it. So first of all, I want to speak about haters and dealing with it. So hate is needed to succeed. I don't know why people don't want hate. When I get hate, it fuels me to get to where I want to get to. You need hate to succeed. If everyone loves you, you're going to stop at one point and just be like, okay, I've done it. Well, everyone loves me now. Like, you've got to have hate to keep you motivated and to keep you disciplined, and to do sometimes when you don't want to do something, you just think of those haters and then you prove them wrong. Okay, so name me a successful person who does not get hate. You can't name anyone that does not get hate. Everyone gets hate, and it's because the people who are hating are below them. They're not where they want to be in life, and they're hating because that said person is above them, or they feel threatened by them. And I've never met a hater doing better than me. Okay, all the haters come from below. As I said, you'll never find a hater doing better than you. The people who are doing better than you actually help you and actually like say nice things to you. Okay, and also you need to realize haters within content is more comments, which means your videos will be pushed out more, because comments is engagement, and engagement leads your videos to be pushed out to more people. And the amount of hate I've received, you just probably wouldn't be able to deal with it, but I don't care. It motivates me, okay? It's a lot of hate, though. I've had it ever since I started posting content, and you can't do anything about it. You can't help people just being people being bums, and people not wanting to do stuff with their life except comment on other people's content because they want to be like them. So you understand, hate is a good thing. Realise it's good. Use it as motivation to get to where you want to get to. And you also need to realise your first posts will suck. Your first few pieces of content, they're gonna suck, okay? Like, you can't do anything about that. You can't magically just create amazing content like that. It takes time, it takes trials and tribulations. And friends may well laugh at you. Remember what I said about hate, though, okay? And if they do hate on you, if they're your friends and they hate on you, they're not really friends, are they? So don't, if when you do post content and just mates do laugh about it and stuff like that, cut them off. They're not your mates. Real mates support you. They may make a few jokes here and there, but that is friendly banter sometimes. But when you can tell they mean it, cut them off. Like, I don't want to speak to you if you're not willing to accept what I'm doing and willing to help me, not help me, but just like speak to me about, yeah, you're doing good, okay, keep on going, stuff like that. With all my mates, whenever they say they're starting a new endeavour, I'm like, good on you, bro, keep it up, don't give up, and shit like that. And that's how your mates should be. They shouldn't be laughing at you if you post content. They shouldn't be doing all that shit. If they do, they're not your real mates, okay? And you can tell when people are not your real mates when they actually hate. When they low-key hate, it's really low-key, though. They say stuff like, oh, well done, but you could have done this. Like, they critique you, okay? Like, they're not happy for you when they critique you, and that's not a real mate. So cut them off if your friends are laughing at your content. Like, they're not your real friends. So, and you also have to admit you suck to get better. So when I first started content, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. No, I'm joking, I do, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not up there with the best content creators, am I? Like, I have to admit that to myself to be able to grow and to be able to get better at my craft. So you need to admit to yourself that you suck. You suck at it, okay? It's okay to be bad at something. Like, for example, for me, I've just started boxing recently. I admit to myself, I'm not good at it. But that's going to allow me to grow and learn as an individual, as a boxer, okay? And get better. Okay, if I say to myself, I'm good, I don't need anyone to help me with this, I don't need anyone to critique me, I'm just not going to get better, okay? So you have to admit you're bad at something to get better at it. And that's the one thing I actually kind of struggled with. And I'm not going to lie, especially in business, I just feel like I don't need a coach, I don't need anyone to help me, but to be fair, I do, okay? I'm definitely investing into a coach soon, 100%. But you need to admit to yourself that you need to do it before you actually do it, because if you don't, you'll never do it. So everyone goes through this kind of stage of things. They're like, oh no, I know it all, I know it all. You don't know it all, okay? And a lot better people know more than you as well. So you need to invest into yourself and also admit to yourself you suck, okay? It's okay to suck. It's not okay to stay sucking. Hey, yo. Okay? But you understand what I'm saying. You have to admit to yourself that you actually suck at what you're doing to get better at it. And also don't think your first post is going to go viral. Who knows, you might get lucky, okay? But it won't go viral. I took a whole year getting below 1,000 views to get that one video that got 1 million views and changed my life. Like, not changed my life, but it just changed my whole perspective on things. And that's when I saw patterns in my life that took like multiple years out my life to actually do something. But then you realize, okay, like for example, if I've had major operations on my leg, I've been out for years, like doing sports and everything like that, but I've always come back better. Okay, and you've got to realise it takes time to get good at something and to recover from something and to learn something, okay? It takes time to master your craft. Don't rush the process, because you're going to miss these little lessons that will come in the future that you need to know but you don't know. Okay, and also I definitely suggest analyse your content to see what works best. So it takes a lot of time to analyse content, but when you look at the patterns within your content, because basically I'll tell you a little story as well. You know about my TikTok account that has 22k followers and was getting 10 million views a month. What I've been doing recently is basically what happened. I'll tell you a full story. I was posting funny gym fitness skits, getting those 10 million views, then I changed to content kind of things, like speaking about content, so it didn't get many views, so I changed the account and started a new one. And then now I'm back to not funny gym fitness skits, but I'm talking about how if you go clubbing, you're a bum. I'm just being controversial, and it's getting loads of comments, loads of views. And as you know now, the creator fund has gone up on TikTok, so it's getting me a lot of money. Yeah, just analyze to see what works. Now I know for myself, for that account, speaking about going clubbing and how it's going, and how if you're a bum, and also being controversial works the best, okay? And that is kind of with every content. Controversial content does do the best, but you have to analyze your own content to see what works and what doesn't. And the last thing is, don't give in, okay? Your time will come. As I said before, my time came a year later from starting. I heard this thing the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but it was a quote about time. It was about how your time will come, but you don't know when it will come. And it hit me as well. And I can't remember it. Obviously, didn't hit me enough. But it was just something about time and how it does take time to succeed with something. And just don't give in, okay, guys? Like, it will happen if you keep on going. If you never give up on something, it's gonna happen eventually, okay? Because you're gonna learn, as I said before, you're gonna learn those mini lessons to get to where you want to be, okay? What you also need to do is test, okay? So the only way you will get better is if you always test new things. So test new kinds of content, write it down in a spreadsheet or something like that, and see what works and see what doesn't work. And then you can look at the data, literally look at data and be like, okay, this is working, this isn't working. Let me go all in on this because this is working. And then you can test new things as well apart from that, see if that's working, if it's working better than the thing that is working already. And then you just test, and then finally see what works, okay? And just don't give up just because one style of content does not work. Again, I went a year below 1,000 views and then one blew up and it all compounded. And that's what you need to realise as well. Everything compounds, especially if you're putting in the work. So the longer you're waiting and the longer you're putting in the work, the bigger the compound will be. And also, if you have that mindset as well, you just will never give up because you're thinking, okay, it's taking longer. That's because it's going to be a bigger reward. And I don't want to get into a depressing note, but you will die one day. Stop caring what people think, okay? It doesn't matter. No one's going to remember it. Well, if you do post content, they probably will remember you, okay? And for a good reason, okay? So just post that content. No one's going to remember that said exact content in a couple of hours, because people's attention spans are finished. They're not going to remember what you said in that piece of video or what you're doing in that video. So just don't worry about it. People's attention spans are finished. No one will remember the video in a couple of hours time, okay? So don't get too like, oh, I don't want to post this because they're going to see it and they're going to remember it, they're going to tell all my mates. Bro, shut up. Just stop being a pussy and post the content. Like, it's not that hard. Just post the content and you're going to realise in the future, if you kept on going, that was the best decision you've ever made. Because once you have a personal brand, you can literally sell anything. Anything. If you already have an offer and you want to pivot your offer, you can do that because you have a brand of people who are jumping at the opportunity to buy from you. And again, there's no light without dark, okay? You will have those days where you want to give in, but don't, okay? Just don't give in and think why you started, okay? And think of the people laughing at you now, okay? Think of the people laughing at you now, and then use that as motivation to get to where you want to be so they never laugh at you again. And there will be a period of time where you feel like nothing is going your way. So what, okay? Just keep on going, okay? And as I said, remember what I said, the longer it takes, the bigger the reward, okay? And I used to have this mindset with my TikTok account, again, when I was getting below 1,000 views. I used to always think to myself whenever I posted, then this next post is the one. I'm telling you right now, next post is the one. Then it wasn't the post. Then it wasn't the one. But I kept on saying that each time I posted until it was the one. And that just motivates you to keep on going, and it motivates you to be like, okay, I'm going to keep posting. This one's the one. It's the one. I feel it. Oh, okay, it wasn't the one. Let's post again. This one's going to be the one, 100%. And then eventually it happens and you're like, oh, yes, let's keep going. So that's how you need to think, okay? And yeah, that's just the mindset of what you need to have when you're creating content. You need to never give in. You just need to keep on going. You need to not care what people think, because they're the ones that actually stop you from getting to where you want to be. So don't care what others think. Just post that content, and I guarantee it's going to benefit you within the future, especially if you have a brand, okay? People are just going to buy anything from you and you're going to make a lot of money. So I hope you got some value from this, guys. Thanks, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe, all that other shit. And yeah, thanks, guys. Peace.